I want to tell you guys a really embarrassing situation. My parents went on vacation for the weekend, and while they were gone, the power went out. Right? So, the power goes out while my parents are gone. And first thing I do is I go and I check the breaker, right? And I flip the switches in the breaker on and off, right? Off and on. And that doesn't work. So, eventually, like, the power mostly comes back on, but some stuff is still off. Eric, thank you. And so ceiling. What do you mean ceiling? What's weird about this? That's creepy. I don't like that. I call up my parents again, right? And I'm like, oh man. Like, some of the, like, the power in the bathroom still won't come on. And, like, the stove and the microwave and, like, just, like, for some reason, like, this entire wall and then, like, one of the other walls in, like, my bedroom and, like, the bathroom. And so I'm on the phone with my parents. We're walking around. I'm hitting every fucking reset switch on all of the different outlets, and I'm going, like, all around the house, flipping everything, right? Messing with everything. And my parents are like, okay, Pippa, well, we know an electrician, so we'll just have him come over. And I'm like, fine. I don't want to, but fine. I'll let a person I don't know into the fucking house, I guess. So, the electrician comes over. And this is after, like, multiple times. Like, I've gone around, I've been flipping the breakers and stuff again, right? I'm like standing at the breaker box, like, flipping stuff, just seeing if, like, the lights come on and stuff, right? So, the electrician comes over. While I was recording something. And you'll hear, you should hear the thing I recorded in, like, a couple days, probably. But let's just say, I was, like, yelling some really stupid shit. Alright? Like, I was yelling. I was like, thank you so much! Oh my god! Right? I'm like yelling a bunch of really cringy shit and, like, being, like, very, like, cringe. Okay? And the second I stop, the doorbell rings. I am not that far from the front door. I know that this house is not soundproof. So I opened the door. Like, hey! He's like, hey! Hi! I'm like, alright. This way. And I lead him over to the breaker box. Just trying to pretend that he didn't hear anything. And he looks at the breaker box. And I'm like, standing there. Not sure what to do with myself. Because it's so awkward, right? It's like, do I stand here and, like, watch you mess with the breaker box and stuff? Like, this man's got a bunch of tools and stuff. I'm like, do I just stand here? I didn't ask or anything. Kit Kat, thank you. But I'm just standing there, just hoping, and he says, "Oh, well, that's your problem. Half of your switches are off. Let me just turn those on." And he flips the switches that I had flipped on and off like a dozen times before. On the phone with my parents, I flipped those fucking switches. But everything comes on. Everything comes on, chat. Everything comes on! Every single thing! It was like, you want to do a walkthrough, see if everything's on? And in my head, I'm like, I know everything's on. I know I'm a giant idiot. I know I'm stupid! So I do my walk of shame throughout the house, checking all the switches. Everything comes on. Everything is on. I'm like, how much do I owe you? And he was like, don't worry about it. The fucking pity! The fucking pity! Just the sheer disappointment on this stranger's face of like, wow, she's so fucking stupid, I'm not even gonna charge her for it. Oh my god. It's so fucking over for me, chat. It's so fucking over for me. It's such bullshit, chat. It's such bullshit. I've licked all those switches, chat. I stood at the door. Flipping the breaker box, and I was looking, chat. Nothing came on. That's so cringe. This man heard me yelling stupid, cringe, weird shit, and then witnessed me being a fucking idiot with the breaker box. I'm a dum-dum, thank you. That is the equivalent of telling your mom you can't find something and they find it immediately. You probably thought, wow, this person must be a TikToker or a VTuber. Wow, this person must be a fucking idiot. One of those YouTuber types. Thank you, so you acted like yourself. That was the issue. Shut up! Shut up! Squishy, thank you. You called the man over just to flip the switch back for you. God. Saucer, thank you. How long do you think he was standing at the door before he rang? I don't want to think about it! I don't want to think about it! Oh my god, the worst part is I did like multiple takes, right? So I have no idea. I have no idea at what point, like, he started hearing it was just like, what the fuck? Oh god.